Hi, welcome to this lesson on statistics, mixed exercises part 2. Let's have a look at question 1. A company conducted research among all of its employees on what percentage of their monthly salary was spent on fuel in a particular month. The data is represented in the ogive graph below. So reading off this ogive curve, on our x-axis here, this tells us the percentage of salary spent on a fuel, and you can see it's split into intervals. So our ground starting point is from 5% to 10%, then from 10% to 15%, 15 to 20%, 20 to 25%, 25 to 30%, and 30 to 35%. Reading off this ogive curve as well, we see that it ends at 60. So that's the total cumulative frequency, which actually tells us something, that 60 employees were conducted in this research. Okay, so first question, how many people are employed at this company? Well, the 60 here will indicate that there are 60 employees here at this company that were interviewed. Write down the modal class of the data. So remember, modal class means in that ogive curve, which one has the highest frequency? So in an ogive curve, how do you read that? Well, between the intervals from 5 to 10, there was a small jump there. Then between 15 and 20, again, you have another small jump. From 15 to 20, you have a bit of a larger jump. From 20 to 25, you have a very large jump. From 25 to 30, you have again another medium jump, and then over here, a very tiny jump. So this tallest jump here in the ogive curve tells us the modal class. So where did this highest jump happen? It happened between 20 and 25. So as your modal class data, you can write the percentage X is between 20 and 25%. So that is the modal class. That is the interval that had the highest jump in your ogive curve, because that means it had the highest frequency added to it. And remember, the mode is the most frequent data set. Okay, how many employees spent more than 22.5% of their monthly salary on fuel? So again, this tells you the percentage of salary spent on fuel. So where is 22.5%? So let's clean this up a bit here. Okay, so 22.5 is exactly here between 20 and 25%. So if I go up here and notice what that value is, so go across. Okay, so how do we read this here? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yes, so this is going to be 34 on your y-axis. So the cumulative frequency being 34, what does that mean in the context of this ogive curve? That means 34 employees. Okay, so below this, so from 5 to 22.5% with 34 employees. So the remaining number of employees out of the 60, so essentially that's going to be your 60 minus that 34. That's going to give you 26 employees that spent more than, because these are the ones that spent more than 22.5% of their salary on fuel. Okay, and lastly, an employee spent 2,400 Rand of his salary on fuel in that particular month. Determine the monthly salary of this employee if he spends 7% of his salary. So notice this question here deliberately is testing whether you can read this question properly. It's not actually asking anything on the ogive curve. It's just saying that if they spend 7% of their salary, so whatever that amount is, that's what we're looking for, salary, that's amounted to 2,400 Rand. So this is an algebraic equation that we can solve for logically. So of in mathematics is associated with multiplication, so it's 7%. And if you want to call the salary X, that's fine. So 7% times X equals 2,400. So to solve for X, I divide by 7%. So X is going to be 2,400 divided by 7%. Remember, 7% means 7 over 100. So on your calculator, you can click 2,400 divided by 7. Where's the percentage symbol over here? There. And I get 34,000. So therefore the salary X is 34,285 Rand and 71 cents to 2 decimal places. So that is that employee's particular salary if they are only spending 2,400 Rand, which amounts to 7% of their salary. All right, so that's how we would do this type of question. I'll see you in the next one.